This is Stephanie Edwards, and I will be discussing forgiveness today. My co host today will be Travis. Forgiveness is a very sticky subject because a lot of person doesn't realize what forgiveness is. Forgiveness is not for you. Forgiveness is actually for you and not for the other person. So you need to let go and just let God take control. We can't keep holding on to grudge and things that happened in the past. Sometimes we have to free up ourselves. We're gonna have different views today, so let's hear what my co-host Travis have to say about this whole topic.
The Bible speaks about forgiveness and forgiving a person 77 times, but we have human beings. We have adopted the baseball acronym, three strikes you're out, and biblically that's not correct. Even myself, I have to be mindful of that. Try to be Christ-like.
Right.
People have hurt me in the past, and I try to forgive them. You know what I mean? We use the slang, we give enough rope for a man to hang himself. You can go back and you can be conscious of stuff. You know what I mean? Like, for example, I got accused for stealing some gold earrings. And I'm not going back over there because you accused me 3 times of stealing. I don't hate you. I wish the best for you, but I cannot allow myself and my character to be inflicted by other people's false rumors. You know what I mean? Because you're killing me with your prejudgment, and which is hurtful. But I still have to forgive, so if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, and I understand you very well when you said like 3 strikes and you're out. But if we're gonna live by the Bible rule, the Bible said, and when the disciples asked Jesus, how many times should I forgive my brother when they have done me wrong? He says 7 times 70, which is a lot of time. It doesn't mean you must make the same person keep hurting you over and over. That's not what it meant. If you know that someone is not good for your life right now, because especially right now, we as adults, sometimes you have to just walk away from people for a peaceful life. That doesn't mean you're going to malice the person or you're going to hold grudge against the person. No. For a peaceful life, just give the person a hand, just for your spirit, because right now, that's what I find myself doing right now. If I'm going to talk to a person and every time I talk to you, you hurt my spirit and I leave the conversation being mad, it doesn't make sense. I'm trying to grow and to be a better person. So right now, if anyone going to come into my life to mess up my spirits, it's not going to be happening. I'm going to cut you off.
Well, I look at it as a marriage couple.
Right.
When you are newly engaged. Okay. When you are newly engaged and you haven't had sex, you haven't lived with your partner, your fiance, and you move in for the first time, there will be some stuff you have to get used to, with your other mate. And when I think about that, I think about, all right, this is the woman I spend my life with. This will be times where she offend me, not on purpose, you know what I mean, and has to forgive her. You know what? So that's 77 times. That 7 times 77 really takes a hold. When I see someone try to do better, like, hey, what you did, Miss Stephanie,
yes,
offended me. And you say, all right, I apologize, and you work on it. And this is a person that's really trying to do better, be my friend. And that's where that rule of 77 really comes in handy. I'm not the one to pat on the shoulder. Like, if you keep hurting me, and we acknowledge you hurt me, and that's a problem. Like, I don't know why people go back to abusive relationship when it's abusive.
Once I heard Tyler Perry said in one of his play, trust me, I like to listen to Tyler Perry. She's not just, Madia is not just a funny person. She gave a lot of good advice. And one thing I took away from one of her play once, she said, if someone is in your life and that person hurt you or done you wrong, and you talk to that person about it and said, what you're doing, you're hurting me, and I cannot continue like that, and the person try to change, or the person try to do better, that's a friend, or that's a person to hold on to, because that person tries to do better. But if that person you keep seeing over and over keep hurting you, and you don't see that person trying to make any changes nor anything, it's time to let go of that person, cut the cord, and just say, you know what, let's move on, because you're not going to make any better. You're not going to do better, and you're not going to be in my life, because right now I cannot manage the drama, the stress. I'm getting too old, and I'm not going to try to make no one give me no more gray hair than I already have. Trust me, I have enough, and I'm not going to make especially friends, or sometimes even family member, because sometimes you have some family member, they don't worth holding on to. Even though they are family, sometimes you have to love them from afar, because you know up front they irritate your spirit. So guess what? Those are some person, I love you, you're my family, but I'm going to love you from afar. I want to thank my guest Travis for stopping in with me this evening. It has been a very interesting discussion. Have yourself a wonderful night.